Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Network Lightning Web Components tutorial. Topic what we are going to cover in this session, that is Shadow DOM in Lightning Web Component. Shadow DOM means a document object model. Shadow DOM is a key part of its framework architecture. The Shadow DOM provides encapsulation of the component's internal structure, which means that the internal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript of the component are isolated from the rest of the pages. So it is getting isolated from all the rest of the pages. This is one of the fundamental principles that helps to achieve better modularity, reusability, and maintainability of web components. It is a web standard that provides a way to create encapsulated DOM trees. So it is getting encapsulated document object model tree-like structure. So there are different types of tree-like structure hiding the internal implementation of a component from rest of the pages. So it is also getting hidden from the rest of the components. When a component uses the shadow DOM, its markup, styles and behavior are isolated from the parent document and other documents. So there is so that is getting differentiated, preventing interference from external styles or scripts. Key concept of Shadow DOM in Lightning Web Component, that is of type encapsulation, scoped CSS, cascading style sheet, DOM structure and custom events. Shadow DOM ensures that the styles and markup defined inside a Lightning Web Component are isolated. That means encapsulation prevents styles from leaking out of the component and protects the component markup from being affected by styles outside of the component. Scoped CSS cascading style sheet. So it is defined in a Lightning Web Component only applies to the component within the Shadow DOM. Other components styles won't affect it and vice versa. So it provides a level of isolation that ensures a more predictable rendering of the components. DOM structure isolation. The element inside a Lightning Web Component are rendered in the Shadow DOM, which hides the component's internal DOM structure from the outside world. Means this ensures that other component or script cannot directly access or modify the DOM element inside another document. Custom events through the component's structure and styling are encapsulated. Events can still be dispatched out of the Shadow DOM. That means custom events fired from the component can bubble up and be handled by parent components, enabling that communication between components. Benefits of Shadow DOM in Lightning Web Component: style isolation, improved modularization, security and stability, encapsulated styles. So these are the benefits we are getting from Shadow DOM. Style isolation. Different type of styles applied inside the component are scoped to that component alone. External CSS and styles will not affect the component and similarly the components CSS will not affect the rest of the pages. Improved modularization. Since each component is encapsulated with its own HTML, CSS and JavaScript, it becomes easier to create modular, reusable components without worrying about unintended side effects. Security and stability. The encapsulation provided by the Shadow DOM adds a layer of security by hiding the internal implementation details of the component. It also ensures that changes made to the other part of the DOM won't interfere with the component. Encapsulated styles. This prevents global styles from unintentionally overriding the component's styling and ensures clean separation between components. How Shadow DOM works in Lightning Web Component. Shadow DOM is automatically used by default for encapsulation. We won't have to explicitly enable it. So we don't have to go and separately we have to enable it. Below are the points states that how it is going to work. When we create a LWC component, the framework automatically wraps its template with a Shadow DOM boundary. So by default, it is getting a Shadow DOM boundary. The components HTML and CSS are placed inside the Shadow DOM and external code cannot directly access it. So it is not getting accessed directly. Even though the internal DOM is isolated, the component still communicates with other components and parts of the application through events and public properties or methods. So let's see an example that shows how to proceed with Shadow DOM. So here we are creating a Lightning Web component. So in the HTML file, we are taking a div, division, and class we are using box. So that is declared in the CSS cascading style sheet within that component. So here we had taken background color light blue, padding is 10 pixel, border is 1 pixel, solid blue. So these are the properties for this box for CSS, and this we are using in the class of this division. So in this we had taken paragraph, hello, and name is the property defined in the JavaScript file. So this name property we are binding here and closing the paragraph tag, also division and template tag. So here our CSS is there. Then in the JavaScript file, this one is our class name and it is extended by the lightning element. In this we are declaring a property name and also decorating it with @API decorator, and it is holding world. So this one we are binding in the HTML file. So first we need to click on VS Code. So pressing Ctrl Shift P, authorize and or, going with default. It is again transferring. So here I am providing the username and password. Hit the login button. So it is populating authentication successful. So coming back to my VS Code. So here I am going to press again Ctrl Shift P. So here I am going to create a new Lightning Web component by the name Demo Shadow DOM. So it should be in camel case. press enter, again enter. So it is created demo shadow dome. So it is created by the HTML file, JavaScript file and meta XML file. Also I need to create a CSS file. So here I have to click right click and choose new file. So here I am providing the name demo shadow dome dot css. So we had created for now 4 files: shadow dome dot html file, dot css file, dot javascript file and dot js meta xml file. So first I am going with HTML file. So as we had seen in our template, so here I am taking a division. In that I am putting in p tag hello. So again I am coming back with HTML file. So next I am going with dot css file. Here I am creating dot. Here I am putting dot box and in the curly braces I am taking the background color. So I am going with blue color. Height I am taking like 10 px or I am going with 20 px. Border I am taking 1 px. Solid black I am taking. Or green I am taking. Saving this file. Again I am going with my JavaScript file. So here what I am doing here, I am creating a property by the name message, and in this I am putting learning shadow dome and decorating this property by @API decorator. Also by default this property is a private property if I am not declaring. So also I have to import here. So it's like this, and again I am going to call the CSS file here. So I have to put in the div class and I have to give the name, and also I need to bind the property here by putting into curly braces. So here property is message. So that's it. Next I have to go with meta XML file. Here I have to make it is exposed equals to true and set the targets. So I am going with lightning app page. So save this file and coming to here I am right clicking, deploy this source to org. So it is running. sfdx deploy this source to org. So here I am getting a message, deploy the source to org field. So what is the problem in this file? Message and learning. So again I am trying to deploy this demo Shadow DOM, deploy this source to org. So it is deploying. So it is deployed successfully. So here I have to log in with my credentials. So as I had already created a Lightning app page, so I need to search for that. Click open. So at the right side here I have to click on setting, click edit page. So what the Lightning web component I had created, that is custom component. So scrolling down here, demo Shadow DOM is there. So I need to drag and drop here. So save this, coming back. So here we are getting the message, hello, learning Shadow DOM, and what we had given in the CSS file that is applied over there. So background color is blue and height I had taken 20, border is 1 pixel solid green. So if I am making it like 5 pixel and I am making this and here I am changing like blue to red. So let's see the changes. I need to deploy again here. So here we are seeing the changes applied. So earlier it was displaying in blue color, but right now it is displaying in red color. So what is happening here with Shadow DOM? So this HTML template has like div element, and here it is applied what CSS we had provided. Due to Shadow DOM encapsulation, these styles will not affect any elements outside of this component, and external styles won't affect this component. Thank you.